Right, 26 August 2025, and today I'm going to be giving you the morning trending news update, and we're going to be very quick, as I know that most of you have to go to work. So let's get started. And today we're looking at the announcement yesterday that the ZANU-PF Politburo meeting will be held on Wednesday. And it is expected that during this meeting, Kudakwashe will formally be admitted into the ZANU-PF Central Committee. So ZANU-PF is going through a major change. And yesterday we saw Tagwirei appearing with Mnangagwa for almost the third or fourth time within a month. So it is clear that there is a change in the way that people view Tagwirei. Particularly, it is no longer a commonly held position that Tagwirei is a Chigananda. So there was a narrative that Tagwirei was Chigananda, and you can clearly see that he is openly associating with the senior members of ZANU-PF in public. And this is all happening as Chiwenga is in India. So normally, Chiwenga would provide a balance on all these activities taking place. But currently, at the moment, Chiwenga in India and Tagwirei tomorrow will be confirmed. As you remember that I was talking to Comrade Traore here last weekend, and he said that the letter confirming Tagwirei has not been presented to him. And this is going to be done after the Politburo meeting tomorrow. So clearly, Tagwirei making moves in ZANU-PF, and we expect that he's going to be inside the Politburo before the end of the year. So that is the discussion we had with Comrade Traore. And you can see here Oppah Muchinguri, you can see Sekuru Masuka, and all the rest of the people standing around Tagwirei. It's no longer a dangerous thing or a scary thing to stand around with Tagwirei. So this is going to happen, and tomorrow we'll be giving you details on the admission of Tagwirei into the Politburo. Yesterday, there was a handover of the kits. So that is the A1 farmers. Mnangagwa has announced that 10,000 A1 farmers are going to be receiving the irrigation kits. But looking at it, I don't think it's much. But that is what they're doing. These are being prepared and given by Tagwirei's company. So Tagwirei's company is also providing these kits. The value of the kits is $2 billion. So when they're done, they would have given kits worth $2 billion. That is how much they're spending. And I don't know who is funding it, how they're funding it, but that money is $2 billion. That is the number that they're going to be giving all those kits around the country. You also saw the meeting with Mnangagwa and the Qataris, and they are going to be giving or going into irrigation. So I'll come back later and unpack the deal with the Qatari or people from Qatar who are in Zimbabwe. What does it mean? What is the deal between Zimbabwe and Qatar? So we want to unpack that later on today. So let's look at the key events that are taking place today. So I need to be more systematic so that you guys understand what's going on. So we say there's a ZANU-PF Politburo meeting tomorrow. Today, the CC Winans, a gospel singer, is going to be performing at the More Than This concert, which will take place at the Celebration Center today. I've already shown you the details on that. And then the 5th Singapore Africa Ministerial Exchange visit is taking place in Singapore between 26 and 28, and Zimbabwe is going to be attending that meeting. So that is the 5th Singapore Africa Ministerial Exchange visit is taking place starting today, ending on the 28th. And then in terms of what happened yesterday, Vice President Kembo Mohadi has had a long meeting with President Hakainde Hichilema. It was broadcast live, and I'll be able to unpack it for you. But basically what happened is that Kembo Mohadi went to Zambia without an official discussion with the Zambians. And when President Hakainde Hichilema heard that he was there, he then invited him he also provided him with helicopters so that he can move around. So President Hakainde Hichilema is a very forgiving guy. He doesn't hold grudges. And you could see that they allowed Mohadi to come in there and talk to him. And also, he has forgiven him for all the things that the ZANU-PF government has been doing, including their role in the hard line that has been taken by the Lungu family. As we are all aware, Mnangagwa is behind the hard line by the Lungu family, one refusing to bury their father so that they can embarrass President Hakainde Hichilema. But President Hakainde Hichilema forgave all that, allowed them to come into Zambia, and is helping them to go and visit all the sites where ZANU-PF and the ZAPU heroes are buried, people who are in mass graves. So that is crazy. And you could see that President Hakainde Hichilema is very, very forgiving. He doesn't hold grudges. Then let's go to other events that have taken place. So let me go to, right, we've done with Sisi, we've done with President Mohadi, Vice President Mohadi. Now let's go to Senengamu. So opposition leader, so he was an opposition leader, he formed a party called FIS, has returned to ZANU-PF. So that is Godfrey Senengamu. You can go and watch the video. We have put it on Gambakwe. Senengamu has said he wants to be in ZANU-PF. He doesn't believe in the opposition. He believes that the opposition is dead. And he has already applied to be taken back into ZANU-PF. This is in addition to Themba Mliswa, who has also asked to be readmitted into ZANU-PF. So we now have a big number of people asking to be readmitted into ZANU-PF, and that includes Xavier Kasukwere. So Xavier Kasukwere, very soon, you're going to see him asking to be readmitted. Jonathan Moyo, Grace Mugabe, all these people want to be readmitted into ZANU-PF. So it's very important for you to understand what's going on. The opposition and people from ZANU-PF, all of them are now going back to ZANU. That is because the 2028 elections in Zimbabwe are going to be the most important elections. And the people are positioning themselves, particularly people who had left on tribal grounds. So they believe that the Mazezuru and Karanga balance is going to tip over. So particularly people like Senengamu, you see that they were making statements. So if you click on the link that we provided on Gambakwe, Senengamu was making statements on the agreement between Chamisa and Mnangagwa, or what we call the Karanga hegemony. So they believe that this is going to end when Mnangagwa leaves in 2028. So there is a tribal dimension that is taking place in the return of people to ZANU. So people who had left believing that the Zezurus are being victimized. So they're going back to ZANU-PF. And that includes people like Senengamu, who believe that they're going to have a high position inside of ZANU-PF under a Zezuru president. So this is tribal, and tribalism is going to play a big part in what is going to happen next. So you're going to see a tribal fight in ZANU, and it's going to play out within a short space of time. So we'll be talking about it, and nothing to offer. There is nothing from ZANU, nothing new. You never get anything new from ZANU, more of the same. And that is continuous fighting and looting. And then let's go to Harare City Council. If you go to the Newsday newspaper of today, the Harare City Council has announced that 60% of the sewage blockages in Harare are caused by residents. They've blamed residents for using small buckets to flush their toilets. So you know that most toilets in Zimbabwe don't flush. So a majority of toilets in Zimbabwe don't flush. So the Harare City Council has said that citizens should use bigger buckets to flush. And that is, you go and carry water from a borehole, you must now get a bigger bucket to flush. And that is what the Harare City Council sees as a solution. bigger buckets. So I always tell you, people in Harare, Bulawayo, all these cities are drinking sewage. Now there is a solution which have been given by the Harare City Council. Use a bigger bucket, and it's in the newspaper of today. Go check it out in the Newsday newspaper. And then let's go to South Africa. A lot is happening in South Africa, and it's crazy. So let's start with the fight between the USA and South Africa. So as you are aware, the government in the United States has been refusing to talk to the government of President Ramaphosa because of their relationship between South Africa, Iran, and Hamas. So last week, the Thabo Mbeki Foundation had a meeting with the US Embassy in preparation for a meeting with a delegation that is going to come from the United States of America, Washington. The delegation is going to arrive or has arrived to this week to meet the Thabo Mbeki Foundation. And this is seen as something that is going to be almost, what can I say, avoiding the official government and instead choosing to talk to the former president, Thabo Mbeki. And this is going to happen, as I said, sometime this week. A delegation is going to come from New York to meet the Thabo Mbeki Foundation. And then tomorrow, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of South Africa, Ronald Lamola, is going to be holding a press briefing regarding all these issues about the relationships of South Africa, the foreign policy of South Africa. That is going to take place tomorrow. The briefing is going to be taking place tomorrow on Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday? Yes. It's going to take place on the 27th. And we're going to hear more about such relationships. Also, Lamola himself is in the press today saying that the government of South Africa does not regret going up against Israel. I do not know what kind of statements these are, but to me, they are crazy statements. And let me show you a little bit, because I think South Africa's foreign policy is in disarray. So they don't know what they want, whether they want to be friends with the Americans or not. But look at that headline. We don't regret taking on Israel. That headline alone is going to give you 60% tariffs. Just that headline, you're going to get 60% tariffs. It's crazy. I don't know why they like such headlines in South Africa, but that is crazy. That is how it is. South Africa in a very difficult position because of their relationships with Iran and Hamas. So that is what the Americans have been saying. Stop connecting yourself to Hamas and Iran. Then let's look at South Africa. Also, they are calling for donations for the G20 summit. So they had an open round in May. It didn't achieve what they wanted. And now they're asking for more donations for the G20 summit, which the Americans are not going to attend, according to my understanding. And then let's go to business. There are many reports coming out. So businesses are now starting to report. Let's go to Airports Company of South Africa. They've produced their results. And the Airports Company of South Africa has done very well, doubling their revenue. In fact, doubling their profits before tax, and then declaring a massive dividend of over 310 million rands. So they've done very well. And then Advtech has declared a massive rise in profits. So Advtech is an education company which owns Crawford International, Pinnacle College, Trinity House, Abbott's College, junior colleges, the Bridge Assisted Learning School, Peckenwood College, South Downs College, Makini Schools in Kenya, Gaborone International School in Botswana, Flipper International School in Ethiopia, and Evolve Online School. So these guys have had a massive rise in profit, particularly in Africa. So Africa has increased their profit by 34%. So that Advtech. And then Sasso has revealed their results, massive revenue of $240 billion. So this is approximately $10 billion. That is $10 billion revenue. One of the biggest companies in South Africa with an EBITDA of almost $2 billion and also earnings per share of 50 US cents. So capital expenditure is about $1 billion. And the monies we're talking about here is almost the budget of Zimbabwe. They're doing very well. These guys, look at their profits. SASO doing very well. And then their debt is $3.7 billion, which is increasing by 11%. So that is one of the biggest fuel companies in South Africa. And then let's go to some entertainment. So Miss Grand Zimbabwe International has been crowned. That is the young lady you're watching here. She's called Chelsea Mandija. She's been crowned Miss Grand Zimbabwe 2025. And you can go check this out in the H Metro newspaper. Okay, I think we've covered most of it. Let's now go to sport. And in sport, Dynamos is just about to get out of the relegation zone. They've won their 3 last matches. And if they win 2 more matches, Dynamos will be out of the relegation zone if all things remain the same. So this is because of the new strategy. And you can see that Dynamos has got 25 points out of 26 games. So if they win 3 more matches, that means they will add 9 points and they'll have 31 points. They will just be right next to or around where Highlanders is and Caps United is right there. So I think they've got a fighting spirit and Dynamos can do very well if they try hard enough. Okay, let's now go to Botswana. President Maboko has declared a state of emergency in Botswana. That is after Botswana ran out of medicines and stopped all operations. So all medical operations were stopped because of poor supply chain. So the Botswana government stepping in after the body that is responsible for distribution medicines has failed. And that has resulted in that state of emergency in Botswana. Now let's go to the newspapers. I'm going to start with the Herald newspaper. So let's look at today's Herald newspaper. Right. The most important story here, RBZ begins production of redesigned zig knots. So this is important. There's going to be a new zig knot. You can go and check it out on the RBZ website. Then Chwenga has met with, they are in India with Raj Modi. So Raj Modi has taken Chwenga over to India, and they were at the Vietnam South Gujarat University in India. And then yesterday, President Hakainde Hichilema has met with Mohadi, as I showed you over here. You can go on his website, on his Facebook to see the details. I'm going to be unpacking the deal between Zimbabwe and the Qataris later on today so that you know exactly what they've signed. And then you've seen what I talked about earlier, which is the kids over here. And you can see Jennifer standing straight with Mnangagwa, no longer bowing like before. So, and they're hiding Tagwirei. Do you see that on the pictures? They don't have Tagwirei. Do you see that? They're hiding him. That is crazy. Let me show you Tagwirei inside the pictures. Right there is Tagwirei. Sekuru Masuka. Sekuru Masuka standing right next to the whole crew. But inside the Herald, you will never see that. They're hiding Tagwirei. They want him to not appear as if he's walking around with Mnangagwa, but clearly he's walking with Mnangagwa. So let's see what else here. The agriculture show is opened. So if you're in Harare, go and check out the Harare Agricultural Show. It's open. Many people are going over there. And then Chiwenga opens doors for 2027 Cricket World Cup. So Zimbabwe has already set the stage for the 2027 ICC Cricket World Cup. And the country is inviting the world to join in what promises to be a sporting and economic festival. Vice President Chiwenga declared in India that the party has officially begun as Zimbabwe prepares to co-host the Global Cricket Showcase with South Africa and Namibia. So that is Chiwenga. You can go check it out in the Herald newspaper. Let's look at the Chronicle newspaper. So that is Chronicle Zimbabwe. Then we're going to wrap it up. So my purpose for the morning is for me to give you guys an understanding of what is happening. So we'll keep it very short. And then during the day, I'll be coming a number of times to give you detail. So the Chronicle is leading with the Qatar deal over here. So unpack it for you. What is it that is happening? What is Qatar giving? What is Zimbabwe giving? What is the purpose of this deal? Qatar is not known for investing. These are not investors. These countries have nothing. So Qatar don't even have water. They have nothing. So a country like Zimbabwe is actually way better off, except for oil. These guys have got nothing else. So I do not know what Mnangagwa is giving to these guys. And to me, these are shared deals. And then let's go to robbers, Bedbridge armed robbers. A gang of 8 has been arrested after they did or committed robberies between June and August. So you can go check that out in the Chronicle newspaper. Let's see if there's anything else of interest. Pretoria and Johannesburg residents protest elephant removals from zoos. So there'll be no more elephants in the zoo at Pretoria and at Johannesburg. Go check that out inside of the Chronicle newspaper. Now, let's quickly look at the South African newspaper and then we'll go to Zambia. I'm going to start with the Star newspaper. So the Star newspaper is asking if South Africa is ready for a female president, and they've posted these women as potential presidents of South Africa. So Thuli Madonsela, Toko Didiza, Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, Dr. Poppy Ramatuba, Phumzile Mlambo Ngcuka, Lindiwe Mazibuko, Tshwane Meya Nosipo, Nasipi Moyo. So go check that out. It's a strange headline and hypothetical. So I don't know what's going on, but that is what they're saying over here. And that story on Thabo Mbeki and the Americans, right there, Thabo Mbeki Foundation's meeting with the US Embassy raises concerns. So that is an important story inside of the Star newspaper. Then let's go to Zambia. Zambia is dealing with one topic at the moment. That is the headline taken by the Lungu family. And let's see what they're saying here in Zambia. So in Zambia, we have yesterday's newspaper, tobacco farmers are faced ruin. Chief Chanje. So Chief Chanje is saying the tobacco farmers are facing ruin, and the rest of it. Let's see. Mutinda praises Lila for supporting vulnerable communities. One of the best first ladies, are very humble. You never see her doing anything crazy. And let's see what else is in this newspaper. I think you can go and check it out if you've got access to the Nation newspaper. And then I want to go quickly into Botswana and see if there's anything over there in Botswana regarding the state of emergency that has been declared by President Duma Boko. So President Duma Boko, an amazing president, always on top of his game. So let's see what President Duma Boko is saying today in Botswana. So in Botswana, there's only one newspaper from today. That is the Monitor. And the Monitor newspaper is leading with the Kebonang order arrest of Mahosi Matolo. So DIS officials have been ordered to be arrested. So you can go and check out online. Newspapers have been reporting on that. And then the state of emergency here that I'm talking about, Bokore's alarm over inflated medicine prices. So not only are prices high, but there is no more medicine in any of the Botswana hospitals. And yesterday, President Maboko has ordered the army to intervene and send medicine across Botswana because medicine had run out across the country. So now let's go now to our people on Facebook very quickly. Time moves so fast. It's 25 minutes already. I can't believe it. So let's start with my people. Let's see who is here. All right, we're going to start with Madam Boss. Madam Boss, what is she saying? I don't know. I want pictures. Madam Boss, show me some pictures. Juju Cosmetics over here. Her skin is already beautiful. I don't know why she needs more cosmetics. She needs Muve. So Madam Boss, call me. I give you some Ve. And then Hopo Chungono showing some love to Madam Boss over here. Too much love. Get a room. Get a room. Too much love, the two guys. And then Sadak. Sadak. Let's see what Sadak is saying. Sadak and Ocha, this is the same thing already yesterday. Nothing new from Sadak. And then President Akani Chilema here. What an amazing president. Showing a meeting with Mohadi. Mohadi, come over, I give you a baba so that you can get your haircut done. Mohadi. You know, what kind of haircut is this? And an amazing foreign minister over there, foreign affairs minister over here. And look at that picture. President Maboko is extremely tall. President Hakainde Hichilema is extremely tall. You can see he's standing next to one of the tallest guys. And Mohadi is very tall. So President Hakainde Hichilema, you can see already how tall he is. All right. I think we've covered most of it. Let's see if there's anyone else that we've left. Chido Sanyatwe. What is Chido Sanyatwe saying? As the member of Parliament of Nyanga North and Deputy Minister of Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage, I was honored to join Vice President Colonel, retired Kembo Mohadi, on an official delegation to Zambia, where we paid tribute to the heroes. So she was also here. That is Mohadi here with Chido Sanyatwe, and Mohadi revealing that his brother is still lying in a grave, a mass grave in Zambia. So the ZAPU guys have disappointed very badly. They've left the bones of their heroes in Zambia, in Angola, in all sorts of places. And we have to take those bones from over there. ZANU and ZAPU, what a disappointment. Busy eating and feasting and leaving the bones of their heroes overseas. They've done nothing for 45 years. Waka broker. All right, let's look at the comments and what happened to campaign against Tagwirei. What campaign against Tagwirei? It was done. We did it. So the road from Harare, from Blawayo to Victoria Falls, still not fixed. We brought attention to that road. There is no person who doesn't know the work that we've done. And what you're going to see coming or going forward is that M31 is going to play a big part. And we're going to officially become the opposition in Zimbabwe in the coming elections. Don't think someone is going to appear 1 month before the elections and run and win. Don't think someone is going to come one year before the election and become a front runner. The work has to be done right now, not back or near the election. That is the old method. We want a government in waiting, and that is what we're creating. You need to challenge ZANU-PF at a level that they know that there is a possible government that is coming. Right now, nothing is there. Zimbabweans are used to manna from heaven. So let me talk about manna from heaven. So they've got this mentality that they will be sleeping and then they walk out and open their windows in the morning and everything's fixed. It doesn't work that way. Or that a savior is going to come and is going to come and fix everything with them doing nothing, and then their problems will be over. It doesn't work that way. So you need to work very hard. It's called Qatar, not Qatar. The Qataris. I'm sorry, Mkoma Nicholas, the Qataris. Who can confirm that Lungu died? Why did he have to use his passport? I don't believe that Lungu died. Zambian government appears to have understood the game on this. There is no one stupid enough to go to Constitutional Court, High Court, Magistrate Court when someone is not dead. I went to the hospital where Lungu died. I can assure you, Lungu is dead. There is no Lungu moving around on the earth right now as we speak. He is dead and is gone. The problem is people don't want to accept it. So they want to use his bones to fight wars. All right. Tammy is alive. He's 9 months. Tagwirei's tummy is as if he's 9 months pregnant. Tagwirei, yes, he needs to work out. Right, let's actually start there. There is something very important that I want to share with you. So there are things called acids in Zimbabwe. You go to Zimbabwe, yes, someone says acids. So let me tell you what to do. So if you are in Zimbabwe right now, right, let's remove the banner. If you're in Zimbabwe right now, one thing you should never do is drink water from the tap. Never, ever drink water from any tap. It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter how clean the place looks. Don't drink water from any tap. So I've got my water here. Every day I drink one of these. That is how many liters? So I think it's almost a liter and a half. Yes. Every day I drink a liter and a half. Then on top of that, you must have your mve. So if you are in Zimbabwe and you want to stay healthy, have your mve, have your water, and then have your probiotic. So your probiotic, that's essential. So this is the probiotic which costs $10 in South Africa. I don't know how much it costs in Zimbabwe. So you have a probiotic and it lasts you for 30 days. You must always have it every day. Then for the guys, every single day, on top of mve, you must wait every 3 weeks. You must do a cleanse. So there are some herbs that you use for cleansing on top of mve so that you don't have like residue in your stomach. So things stick around in your stomach. That is residue. So there is a herb that you drink, a liquid, and I'm going to be giving the guys in South Africa that herb. So our special is finished. For the South Africans, for the guys in South Africa, we're getting this one, the Zambia cleanse. That special is finished. So you're no longer getting the Zambia detox. So starting next week, the guys in South Africa, if you buy a packet of there, we're going to give you 3 cleanse. So that is 3 stomach cleanse, which you use every Friday night. So every Friday night, you drink that cleanse and you drink that bottle of water. We're also going to give you a kit. So we're going to create a kit for you, which you use so that it doesn't cost too much for you. That includes the probiotics. So we're going to give you also the probiotics, because once you do any type of cleanse, you must also use the probiotic. And then you will see that you won't have all these issues of acids and all that. Don't drink Coke. That is a dangerous thing. So don't drink Coke. Don't eat meat at night. Try not to eat meat at night. So at night, try to have a meal which doesn't have meat. So have more vegetables, bean stews, and avoid pap or sadza at night. Then you won't have my acids. But the most important thing is don't drink water from a tap. You will die. You will die very badly. A slow and painful death. So that takes us to our sponsor. Mve, if you're in Harare, if you buy 1 packet of Mve, you're going to get 2 free Zambia detox, and those ones will never let you down. So, usatungwe nema salad, wabadara hotera, opeza nguva uchiona TV, atidi vanhu vakapusa. And then our camera, atidi vanhu vakapusa. And then our camera, please buy your camera available in Harare right now. That is a solar camera that will allow you to monitor your house from your phone. So that's available for $200, all inclusive of, even if you're out of Harare, you can get this camera by Swift or by DHL within a day. But in Harare, you can pick it up immediately. Okay, and don't use cooking oil. I don't know about cooking oil. I never cook. So my meals are like this. In the morning, I eat very late, around 10. In the afternoon, I normally have my meal with some sort of starch, rice, or something like that. And then in the evening, I have a smoothie or some fruits, or I have some non-meat dinner. So that is something that is less of meat, more veggies and nuts and stuff like that. And then obviously on weekends, I do something a bit more crazy. I eat a bit of sweets. So that is on weekends only. It's very rare for me to eat sweets. And you can see that as you take care of your health, you must feel free. So you mustn't have bloating, swelling, or feel like something's wrong. You must feel at peace, and also avoid stimulating yourself with coffee when you're just about to go to sleep and starches. So most of the guys in Zimbabwe are suffering from all these acids. So you hear someone, dream acids. You don't know what they're talking about. Unofira mahara if you don't take care of your health. But I don't think Tagwirei has got acids. I don't think so. So that was a comment that I was answering to, and it tended to get long. So please go and get on there or across. And I'll be announcing the cleanser for the guys in Johannesburg. And I always check all the stuff that we produce and sell to you. Okay, I think we've covered everything that we needed to cover. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything else I haven't covered. And that is Chamisa. Let's go to Chamisa on X. So always follow what Chamisa is doing. What is next for Nelson Chamisa, my homeboy? So Chamisa on X is still not saying anything new. He has deleted his tweets of good night. So Chamisa has deleted the tweet good night. Did he delete? Or it's me, we're not seeing it? Let's look harder. Yes, good night is gone. Chamisa has deleted good night. People told him, my jokes are cool. That's funny. So he deleted it. Zaka broker. All right, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you want to be a presidential candidate in 2028, go to m31zimbabwe.com and register yourself. We've got quite a number of candidates. We're going to be opening our office very soon in Harare for the M31 Zimbabwe. And we're going to do very, very well. Nothing is going to happen without work. So don't think you can become a president suddenly, unexpectedly, from nowhere. That is what I call the manna from heaven mentality. Don't have the manna from heaven mentality. And don't be too educated. So too educated, you're tweeting, you're posting, you're standing around posing, you'll never be a president that way. We want to work hard. So we want hard, honest work. Nangaba akabroka. Nangaba akabroka. Auxilia akabroka. Sean akabroka. Emerson Jr. akabroka. Kuda akabroka. Collins. Kakoma nakanoda waskana wakareba. Kafupi kakabroka. They're going to lose very badly. And they will never win. against the M31. Siangena. So Siangena, I would like to thank all of you for watching. And by the way, if you are wanting to be a candidate for president, you must have a CV. So send me your CV. You know how to get hold of me. Let's be serious. And Anabiti, Anaskala, all the guys that are known, don't just sit back there thinking that someone is going to invite you to become a president. Join in with other people. Put yourself forward to become a president. And take yourself through a process of contesting other people to be the president. We've got so many people that are going to come through. I'm anticipating that we're going to have over 100 opposition candidates who want to be president. Don't be too proud and stand around saying, I'm going to do my own thing there. I'm going to do my own thing there. Work together with other people. Let's have a strong opposition. ZANU-PF has got no value proposition. ZANU-PF is going to lose. And let's not wait too long. You can't form a government suddenly. We want to start the process right now and make sure that we win. Our people will do very, very well. So I'll be back here during the day. And then tonight we'll be talking about the M31 Zimbabwe coalition. And it's going to be amazing. We're going to do amazing work. Auxilia for president in the kitchen. Auxilia for president in the kitchen. Auxilia Mnangagwa, you know where the form is. If you want to be president, put your name there. Auxilia Mnangagwa, you can't tell me that president. All right. I would like to thank all of you for watching. And a good day to you all.